Okay, sorry for that. My phone card eSIM is just keep exploding. I don't know why it's just keep getting full. So I just realized that there is a rubbish bin function that I can really delete all the storages, like the data. I just deleted, but it's not working, and I realized that it's all in rubbish bin instead. So yeah. So I a little bit forgot what I'm saying already. So what I've learned is that the networking is that actually university provide us opportunities like talks, and actually the talker, the one who tells us about networking, actually suggested us a way. So a student asked a question about like how can we meet non-tech person, or if they are non-tech person, how to meet a tech person, like people who study computer science and AI maybe, then how can we meet them? Or even for us, how can we meet these business sectors people, not only companies but also university students that potentially want to build a new business as well after a slight push from me. So how can we meet them? So the talker told us the really important stuff is that just meet them in this talk. So why is that important? Inspires me is that actually sometimes chances are made by ourselves. Like when we are seeing many students that express their own opinions or questions asking the talkers, actually they are quite interested in that talk, or they have any questions and inquiries regarding to that kind of like content the talker just speak. So the idea is that we are trying to think. We're not thinking about ourselves. Like, should we go meet a person? Should we go date with a girl? No, don't think about ourselves. Think about others. How others' emotions and how other people is thinking, and we can take like advantages in this observation, and we can effectively like indicate which person is potentially good for you to like do your purposes, not only for businesses if you're trying to make business, but if you're trying to like join clubs and societies as well, or even go dating. You have to see that whether the girl want to date with you or like go out with you for have lunch or dinner like that. But like for example, if we're joining clubs, we're joining photography clubs. So how can we meet friends is that we have to see that whether that person is really wanted to learn photography through that. Like you have to know your own states. You are going to learn photography, not you are the master of photography and trying to teach others. So you have to find people in the same state as you. Like if you saw a person that is just taking a professional camera and they're just taking some incredible camera angles, then you're not going to find them. Or even if you're going to find them, you try to learn instead of like collaborate with him, because you're not in the same level as him, right? You're just trying to learn from him. And another person, maybe they are not really interested. When they're joining events, they're just standing at a corner and not just neglect everyone. So first, maybe he is introverted, but if you see that he's not even interested in making any photos, like he don't even brings his camera, or they don't even take out his phone to phone any like beautiful sceneries, then actually you're not going to ask him unless you're the same state. You're also not focusing on photography, you're just trying to meet new friends, or you also got the same problem as him, then yeah, you can go friend with him. And that's the exact idea of emotional intelligence. You're trying to observe others' emotions and think about how they're thinking. Now, of course, sometimes actions are more obvious, like especially for male. They can see things really clearly and see that, oh, he is trying to do something. and his hand gesture shows that he want to communicate with me, so I go to talk with him like that. But sometimes if we're just trying to see their emotions, we cannot look at any like important informations. But when we're trying to have our objectives, we have to do this for any social parties or any forms of social. When you're having in a large party and you're trying to socialize with everyone or meet any new friends if possible, then you must do this, else you cannot reach your target at last. And like back to what we have said about the talk, so why we say that we have to talk with people attending the talk is that the talk is volunteer, they are not compulsory. So for compulsory, maybe sometimes when everyone is attending a math examination, of course you can talk about math examination, but maybe they don't like the examination. You have to know that people may not like the math examination. They may like photography, they may like sleeping. You have to identify this first. What is their favorite? Then you're trying to find similar ones as yours. And compulsory talks as well, you might not talk about the content of talk because they are maybe just looking and searching at their own phones. You're trying to discover maybe from their environment, their hand gestures, maybe what they're looking at in their phone, or their clothing shows that what is the personality of him or her, and you're going to approach him or her in that kind of like similar stuff, maybe similar clothings, or you can observe him. Oh, I guess that you're this kind of personality, and you go meet him or her. But if it's volunteered, that means everyone is engaged in that talk. Especially for people that ask questions, they must be engaged and listen to the speaker whole time in order to ask them really clear and like really, how we say, focused question towards the topic. So you can observe this kind of people and go near them and sit together and talk to them. Then this is the way of to meet people that's not same as your major. Maybe if you want to meet some business major, then that's a good opportunity, because you already know. You don't have to look at them a lot. You already know they are engaged and interested in this topic in order to like they want to join, right? And even some talk, or not talk, some industrial visits organized by AI major, that's actually the same case. Like the lecturer also tells us to talk more about for people in computer science, because not only AI are going to attend the industrial visits, but instead all computer science students are also welcomed to join these visits. And especially for technological visits, we can meet really much technological people, and also some experts, like trying to bring us over the visits, over their company. Then you can communicate with them, and that's the networking. That's exactly the networking. We're trying to know more people, and we're trying to build even some slight linkages, or even you got one same part as that expertise, then yes, you can have the same linkage, and that is the 心理鏡像 effect, like emotion mirroring effect. So they will be more likely to like support you or engage in activities. If you really want to set up a business, like you do the same thing with him, and he must be supporting you. Especially when you're in student, you try to look at their companies and you have the same aim as when he was younger age, then yes, they must support you. And for computer science students as well, if you communicate with them, we can meet more tech people, and we can meet more friends, as well as if they want to set up a company, like the 10 industrial visits are also the same aims, right? They want to attend this to learn or to really set up a company, then what they need to do, what component they are trying to consider when trying to like kickstart their business. Then you can communicate with them, and maybe potentially you can be friends with him, having the same aim, and he will be the best friend with you when you have the same aim. Then of course, when interest consideration, maybe at last they will leave you, but yes, this is the way of making new friends and setting up new businesses. And I guess I'm trying to attend more, even in business sectors. Some people will send us in school email. Then I'm also going to join that, so I can meet business people, right? Then of course, as before I've said, I will go PolyU sometimes, maybe to eat with John Jay, and if he got any friends, we can eat together as well, just to exchange our ideas. If they're involved or interested in AI, then I can teach them. If I'm interested in some part in bio, or they tell us some biotechnologies that is a really very high potential for development in the future, then yes, I can go and see that how AI can be used as well. So as well, I can bring John Jay back to COHK to meet my new friend, my AI friend. And one of the friends is really friend with me, playing table tennis together, and he got many AI services well known, as well as he is really interested in any AI projects. He teaches us Kaggle, which is a platform that can learn AI, machine learning, and deep learning algorithms. So yes, this is the way of networking. And later I will try to go library if in Wednesday I'm free, or Thursday as well. I have finished all the exams and tests and no assignments now. So I will go library and search for, no matter Cantonese or English, I will search some networking skills books and to learn from them. So I guess this is the best way to improve myself as an introvert. So yes, that's all. So now the scenery is actually really beautiful. I can see clearly the lights and how beauty the harbor was. Especially this is the Hong Kong Science Park. And later I may go here to have a look if possible, or if in Tuesday I have some time after table tennis, I can go here, maybe potentially find some food to eat. And yeah, I hope later John Jay can go with me later. I mean, not Tuesday, but anytime. Just go here. Not only photography, but learn something here. Or maybe just discover how Science Park looks like, and maybe in the future we can see whether we work here or not. I hope we can work here, and this is our glory. I can tell to my father for happy. So yes, that's all. Thank you. It's really a bit quite long already as I talk many topics.